Okay, so reading recommendations again. I won't be getting any new, but there's no new the interlibrary loans books this week. Well, because I maxed out that last week, which is good. I was afraid that there'd be more this week, and I'd be like back to square one basically. But it won't be until next week because the truck didn't even come. That's right, that's what it was. For a second there, I was like, why wasn't there a new one this week? So first few gonna be movies. This is that 5-movie collection. I think the best out of these was Kick-Ass. I didn't even watch Conan or The Spirit. I've heard both of those were bad. And Conan, it was a remake. The Punisher I did actually like. Thought that was good. It was the theatrical version. It wasn't the extended cut, which I've heard isn't too great. Whoop. And then, which is funny because I usually, when I find out that I don't have the extended cut, I seek out the extended cut. In fact, that's the sole reason why I still haven't seen that Wolverine movie. Not X-Men Origins Wolverine, but the Wolverine. The Crow I thought was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I actually considered to stop watching it. I don't know. The comic was a lot better. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe just to have the comic be adapted into a movie, and it's really high rated. Like everyone seems to like The Crow. Maybe I'm just one of the few people that don't. This one was pretty good too. It's the second one. It's good. I mean, it was almost as good as the first. It was okay. It was okay. It was good. It wasn't like oh my god, this is the best movie ever. I do recommend this one if you like the first one. I liked it too. I liked it as much as the first one, maybe. Less. This one was the best out of all of them, actually. This is such a good series. This is Doom Patrol. I know, there's like 14 things covering it. There's oh, this is our library, and oh, you have a 7-day loan, and then they have the interlibrary loan to not shelve it. Yeah, I like this one. Can't wait to get season 2. Although it was a bit of a pain in the ass, because it was an hour, and I had so many other books to read. It's like, oh, we're reading a book right now. But the actual show got me entertained. So I wasn't like, when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, this is good. I'm glad I'm watching it right now. I decided to watch it. Preacher. This was the best of the, this is the third book. This is the best of all 3. The first one was really good. The second one had a bit, like, so many issues were slower than others. This one was like that too, but it was like 2, well, as book 2 was 4. So maybe next time it'll be 1 slow issue, and then book 5 will have only 1. And we'll have none, because I'm doing like cutting it in half. Yeah, this one was really good. I mistakenly, I thought it said 27 to 31. And so I was like, when I was at 28, I was like, oh, I only have to read 2 more. Yeah, it's at 29. I was like, I only have 3 left, so I'll read this one and read 2 tomorrow, because that was yesterday. Actually, I should have known I wouldn't be able to go to the library today, because no one's really home that can take me, at least. And the only person that's home is busy. Anyways, so this one was the best out of all 3. Definitely glad I solicited this. I'm gonna solicit book 4, but I need to catch up on book 1, because book 1 I haven't read in a long time, and I thought, like, I knew what had happened at the end, and I didn't think that there was so much that I had missed. I was like, wow, I missed the best part. I missed like the most crucial parts that I forgot the whole crucial parts of this and everything. Like his backstory and how he got his powers and everything like that. But I do remember certain things. Yeah, I highly recommend this series. It's the same team behind the Punisher Marvel Knight series, and the same writer as Punisher Max for the longest time. For that book, I just realized there was this small tear, and I'm so angry about it. I might even get a 3rd replacement. That's how picky I am. This one was okay, and what's good about this is that it not solidified, but basically because of this book, I'm not getting that Joker omnibus no matter what. And that's Batman Venom by Denny O'Neil. Apparently, he tried to write the same story 3 times, and the 3rd time was not the charm. It wasn't bad, it was just like, it was a bit too long. Like, every issue it felt super slow, and it was like, it wasn't interesting to me. I know he's gonna get out of it. And I think I expected a lot more with, when Batman Venom, and it's not a crossover with Venom again from the Marvel Comics. No, Venom is this drug that makes him go crazy. And I expected more of him going crazy, and it was only one issue. And then he goes after the people. It's like, what? There's actually It was 16 to 20, so it's 6 issues, and one of the issues is actually him going onto the Venom thing. Maybe it was one or two. Now, those are the most interesting issues, and the one of him going through rehab. I just thought it was okay. This one, too, it was 3 issues. It was a super, super short book, and I think they needed a bit more to flesh out the characters. I felt bad when well, spoilers, some of them died, because they're dogs, but other than that, I was like, yeah, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It'd be hard pressed to find anybody who, well, not that hard pressed, because a lot of people have different opinions than I do, to find someone that actually thinks this is the best Grant Morrison, or one of the best Grant Morrison stories. Maybe one of the best, but not the best. I don't think anyone would say it's the best, but one of the best I could see. But yeah, week 3 I thought was just okay. This one was pretty good. The humor was a lot more Deadpool than I've seen in other books. Like what I've seen in the movies, like a bit more like hard R. It wasn't a hard R. It was like borderline. It was like PG-13 because they get swear, obviously. But I'd say borderline PG-13. Like it wasn't like too bad. But it was Deadpool. Is my point. And I like the story. I just think that Cullen Bunn isn't the best Deadpool writer. I think Daniel Way would have knocked it out of the park, or even Gary Dugan. I do recommend all these though, because you can probably find these at your local library. This one was the best of the Marvels, I'd say, actually. That's Old Man Logan. I really, really liked the original Old Man Logan. I don't care what anybody says. I haven't read it in a long time, so I'm actually going to reread it because I should get caught up, like with Preacher. But there's a lot more that I remember about this book than about Preacher. Although maybe not really, if I really think about it. But I thought this was really well done. It's a different writer than Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire is the writer. It's a different writer than Mark Millar. Is it Jeff Lemire? Yeah, Jeff Lemire. I definitely, this is definitely a series I'm going to keep reading. Did I still listen to book 2? I hope I did. I gotta remember to keep doing that. JLA Year 1. First few issues had a bit of a slow start, but once it started going. I really enjoyed this one. I'm glad that I have. I'm probably gonna get Mark Waid to JLA than Grant Morrison JLA, because I seem to like his run a lot better than Grant Morrison's. Because the first Justice League one, I have the first volume of Grant Morrison's run, and it's okay. Again, because I started with the later issues because I wouldn't say I was an idiot, because I actually, the odds were for me, because I think there was one issue that was at the end of some arc, and let's say the 20th issue, like 1923, the 20th issue started in the next arc, and I didn't really need to know a whole lot. It was easy to understand. I mean, it was Grant Morrison, so it was a little bit confusing, but I did like that one. I think I remember liking the Mark Waid one the most. But I need to go in order, so it's gonna be Grant Morrison for a while. I don't know why I said like that. This one, terrible condition book, kind of fits in with the book itself, the story itself. I do not like Dan Slott's run, apparently, like at all. I don't even think I'm gonna get a Spider-Verse series, even though people that hate Dan Slott say that it's among his best, along with Superior Spider-Man, which I do have the first complete collection of. Digitally, but I have it. Funny how quickly that one went out of print. Yeah, this one was. Ugh. I read one issue of it, and it felt like I was reading 2, mainly because it was a double-sized issue. This one I thought I wouldn't like because it's Brian Michael Bendis in his later years, but I did really enjoy this. The last issue was a little slow, and he still does. I'm actually reading another Brian Michael Bendis book, Jessica Jones Pulse. And he still does have the issues that were more apparent later on in his life later on in his career when he got really bad, and that's like just dialogue, like filled a page full of dialogue, and that makes that's what I don't like. It's unnecessary too. Character just goes on and on and on and on, and it's like you don't need to do that. It's like if I made this 45 minutes instead of however long it's gonna be. It's like I don't need to make it 40 or even an hour. Like even better, I spent an hour on every book. I just realized I am unintentionally was referencing Comic Bob, but they at least like they tell you what's going on in his story, but like it's I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's like it makes the story go a lot slower, I guess. I don't know. You get to read it for. I can't explain it. I'm not good at explaining how dialogue works in comics and how not to do it. What you really should do is just have the characters talk normally, and they don't talk normally. There we go. That's what I was trying to say, I guess. This was 100 times better than that Champion series by the same author and with some of the same characters. I'm definitely getting Volume 2. In fact, I didn't do Volume 2. I did do Volume 2 of X-Men. I need to do that for Logan and then for this one. Because I like to do it when I finish the book, not when I'm halfway through it. Because either what's going to happen is that I'm going to fall out of the habit of reading it every day, and the book 2 is going to be when I haven't even finished book 1, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. Or, because it's a lot. Or I won't like it. Like the first half will be better than the second half or something. This one was okay. I purposely didn't see any of the Evil Deads beforehand, so I wasn't like, oh my god, they ruined Ash Ketchum, Ash Williams, and I didn't want to have that that bias, so I didn't see any of them. Still haven't. And this one was not that great. If this was trying to get me into the Evil Dead movies, I would still stay far away from them. Well, not still, because I do want to see them. I've heard the first one isn't as good as the second one, so I'm going to start with the second one, which is going to be really weird. But yeah, this one was just it was very long in some issues. Like I couldn't wait till it to end. This one was, I guess I don't like anything Alan Moore that isn't Watchmen, which I hope I like is V for Vendetta because I have that. Yeah, this was just I like that it was chapters, because apparently the issue is 60 pages, but they do it by chapters here. So it was like 6 pages for one chapter, but felt like an issue itself. I took a break. That should not be something that I should say, is that I took a break within the first 6 pages of a book. That wasn't like from the Silver Age or by Michael Bendis, where the dialogue felt like made it feel like it was 10 pages. Or, well, 12. Yeah, this one is not good. Pretty overrated. On the Marvel app, each issue is 3 stars out of 5, which that's bad for Marvel, because almost all of them are 4 out of 5 stars. It's rare to see any that are 3, unless it's like a random issue of a long-running series that was written by a bad author or something. So yeah, let's go through them all again, and I'll rank them, I guess. I'll do a quick review. Kick-Ass was really good. Punisher was better than I expected. The Crow was worse than I expected. Funny how that is. Recommend it if you like the first one. Really damn good. I highly recommend you seek out the series. It's the first season too, so we'll be on the same page. Best of the 3 books. Underwhelming. I guess actually it was that. Just okay. Good. Excellent. Really damn good. See, that's the problem with these. Terrible. Better than I expected. Which is good. I don't know why I said that. I don't want to say things I don't need to say. Better than that Champions run. With the same author, again, same characters. Most of the same characters. Underwhelming and terrible. It's only 2 terrible books. And the thing was too bad. I didn't I don't know. Well, there were ones that were bad. So I won't have any replacements. I'm probably just going to get movies this time. I do want to try and go this week because I have this many books to return. I don't know how many I'm getting next week, so it'll be nice to have extra insurance, and just to have 14 books. Well, 12 books plus 3 movies, 14 items. I don't know why I just said that. I don't know why I didn't just say that. It's kind of annoying to have that much and not return it. That's it.